Shalom to my brothers and sisters in the body of Yahushua HaMashiach. This is part 4 of Yahuwah's calendar, and the subject of this lesson is 1,000 years equals 1 day of creation unto the Most High. And we're going to open up this lesson with the word. Go to 2 Peter's chapter 3, verse 8 to 9. 2 Peter's chapter 3, verse 8 through 9. But beloved, be not ignorant of this one thing, that one day is with Yahuwah as 1,000 years, and 1,000 years as one day. Yahuwah is not slack concerning his promise, as some men count slackness, but is long-suffering to usward, not willingly that any should perish, but that all should come to repentance. Now, those who have not watched part 3, I highly recommend that you watch part 3 to understand how 1,000 years is equal to 1 day. For Adam died in the 6th day of creation, which is the 6,000, Adam died in the sixth day of creation on the 6,930th year. And I believe you can find it in Genesis chapter 5, in the year that he died. Also, we learned that the lunar year and the solar year started on the 4th day of creation, which is the 4,000 year for the Most High. But now we're going to take this lesson even further. For the book of Jubilees confirm what the word is telling us. Now, I know what you're thinking about the hidden books, but this is what I need to tell you, my people. The King James Bible 1611 is your book to follow. It is the foundation. This is the book I use to study with other books. His word will determine what is true and what is not true. But you have to go into the hidden books to see the whole picture, my people. For we know the original Bible had more than what books we have in them today. Do your research. I highly recommend that you look at the Ethiopian Bible. They have a lot of the original books before the Catholic Church came into play and removed those books from us. You see, my people, they don't want you to know the whole truth of the Most High. They want you to believe a lie. Let us go to the book of Jubilees, chapter 2, because it would give us more understanding about the 1,000 years, even to 1 day, and about the Shabbat, because many people talk about this. We all get confused on this. Okay, hold on. Everything's falling here. But I want to make sure that you see this, because it'll give you understanding. Jubilees chapter 2, and we're going to start at verse 23. There were 22 head representatives of mankind from Adam to Jacob, and 22 kinds of work, creation, which was made until the 7th day. So there was 22 kinds of creation that was created. I highly recommend that you go back and read Genesis chapter 1 with Jubilees chapter 2. Let us continue on. This is the blessed and holy, and the former also is blessed and holy. This is the one serves with that one for sanctification and blessing. Jacob and his offspring was granted that they shall always be the blessed and holy ones of the first testimony and law, even as he had sanctified and blessed the Sabbath day on the 7th day. He created heaven and earth and everything that he created in 6 days, and Yahuwah made the 7th day holy. For all his works, therefore, he commanded on behalf that whoever does any work on it shall die, and that he who defiles it shall surely die. So as we can see, in 6 days creation, he made all his creation. But on the 7th day creation was the Sabbath day. Now we have to remember, in YAHUWAH time, that was the 7,000 year. 26. Because of this, commanded the children of Israel to observe this day, that they may keep it holy and not do on it any work, and not to defile it, as it is holier than all other days. And whoever profanes it shall surely die, and whoever does any work on it shall surely die eternally, that the children of Israel may observe this day throughout their generation, and not be rooted out of the land. For it is a holy day and a blessed day. Everyone who observes it and keeps Shabbat on it from all this work will be holy and blessed throughout all days, as we are blessed. Declare and say to the children of Israel the law of this day, that they should keep Sabbath on it, and that they should not forsake it in the error of their hearts, and that it's not lawful to do any work on it which is not suitable, to do their own pleasure on it, and that they should not prepare anything to be eaten or drunk on it, and that it's not lawful to draw water or bring in or take out through their gates any burden which they have not prepared for themselves on the 6th day in their dwellings. They should not bring or take anything from house to house on that day, for that day is more holy and blessed than any Jubilee day of the Jubilees. On this we keep Sabbath in heavens, before it was made known to any flesh to keep Sabbath on the earth. The Creator of all blessed it, but he did not sanctify all peoples and nations to keep Sabbath, but Israel alone. Them alone he permitted to eat and drink, to keep the Sabbath on the earth. And the Creator of all things blessed this day, which he had created for blessings and holiness and glory above all days. This law and testimony was given to the children of Israel as a law forever to the generation. So the key verse here is 31. As you can see, it confirms that he did not sanctify all people to keep the Sabbath, for it started with the nation of Israel first. Now, we're going to also go to Jubilee chapter 2, because it's going to confirm what do we use to give us the holy days, or tell us when the holy days are. Verse 9. YAHUWAH appointed the sun to be a great sign on the earth for days, and for Sabbaths, and for months, and for feasts, and for years, and for Sabbaths of years, and for jubilees, and for all seasons of the year. Now, I know what you're saying. The sun? We don't worship the sun. I did some further research on this, my people, because you know this book was translated into English. And the translator omitted the moon. And I have proof, my people. I went to sacredtext.com to find this for you, so you won't think I'm speaking this out of my mouth. It says here in their footnote of Jubilees chapter 2, note the intentional omission of the moon. The writer objected to a calendar based upon the changes of the moon. So as you can see, my people, that the moon tells us when our holy days are. It tells us when the new moons are. It tells us when the Sabbaths are. Sorry for the focus. And it also tells us when the holy feast days are. And we have proof in the word. Now I'm going to the Apocrypha, because the Apocrypha would definitely confirm what the book of Jubilees was trying to tell us. It's in the Sira, chapter 43, verses 6 through 10. Sira, chapter 43, verses 6 through 10. Here it go. This is the proof. He made the moon also to serve in her seasons, for a decoration of times and a sign of the world. So he made the moon to be a decoration of times. From the moon is a sign of feast, a light that decreaseth in her perfection. Giving us another hint. A light on the moon tells us when the new moon is. And we'll do another video on that to go in further explanation. The month is called after her name, increasing wonderful in her changing, being an instrument of the armies above, shining in the firmament of heaven. The beauty of heaven, the glory of the stars, an ornament giving light in the highest places of the Most High. At the commandment of the Holy One, they would stand in their order and never faint in their watches. So I will end this video with this verse. Read Ecclesiastes chapter 43, verse 6 to 10. And the book of Jubilees had just confirmed that the moon would tell us of his holy days. Shalom.